Vanguard current producer Keita Mori has gone on Twitter hinting that his next producer letter will address premium format. While I can go create a 10-minute ban list prediction video like every other content creator, I'm here to tell players a simple fact. Premium format, no matter what card you restrict, will never be balanced. Each format was designed to specifically work around their own card pool. Premium just allows us to mix and match every option the game has to offer. Bushiroad has learned in the past that a sudden announcement of either a restriction list or set rotation just after 2 weeks a booster set was released will piss off both the player base for even investing on the current set and hobby shops that open boxes to sell to the secondary market. But I'm here to tell everyone that there is a way to fix premium format without having to deal with set rotation ever again, but you won't like it. And that is to restrict deck construction to their respective eras. In other words, you cannot mix cards from various formats. You must stick to using either cards from the G series, V series, or D series, but under one format. As an example, imagine G-era Ren with his 9k Blaster Dark will go up against his V-era counterpart that has the 10k Blaster Dark, and then the winner will go up against someone using a Blaster Dark encounter card from the D-era. What I'm proposing is so asinine, but that's because it is. It's trying to pit 3 different formats in a deathmatch, but each playing on their own rules. Do you choose to use a G-era deck with slower pace cards, a lower trigger value and base power, but the only deck type to have access to G units and G guards? How about using a V-era deck that has more early game abilities, quick shields, higher trigger and base power, but the only deck type that have access to gift markers? Or do you want to use a D-era deck where on top of having a lot of similarities with V-era cards, you also have a broader range of order cards like set orders, and the only deck type that have access to a ride deck, persona rides, and over triggers? There are a lot of problems with this proposal, like what happens to G-unit cards that were designed to work with V-series cards, or how D-series cards are the new kids on the block and will surely get bullied by the 2 previous formats, and even the whole point of premium was to combine every format to create the best decks possible. I cannot give a good solution to these new concerns. But the whole point is to stop decks from doing unintended interactions that result with infinite and unfair combos, and make the format enjoyable for everyone. Bushiroad's R&D won't need to worry about creating undesired interactions due to the mixing of formats. Older players can quickly jump back into the game without having to buy newer cards to update their decks. This in turn pushes Bushiroad to make more clan collection and revival selection sets more prominent instead of an annual release. Newer players don't need to buy older cards in order to keep up since they will get more supports as they are Bushiroad's current market demographic. Hobby shops can even sell their backlog of old stock if newer players decide to try out older formats. And as volatile as this is, this can even push the speculative market to invest in Vanguard, thus creating hype for card investors, I mean collectors. In conclusion, era restriction in premium is the best fix for the format. Otherwise, let me know in the comments all the flaws in my claim or post your own ideas without doing a ban list.